good morning. Welcome back to my channel. This is Lola. So this past week I've been really looking at the complete planner and noticing that the biggest difference that I noticed, and that is going to change a little bit the way I work right now with the common planner, is the weeks. I don't know if it's the size itself. Let me put some light on. I think you'll be better off. Yeah. So if you see, it goes from 6 to 12, which is always the case. However, it goes all the way down the page. If I show you right now, here it goes from 6 to 12. It's much more condensed in the Common Planner A6. And I therefore have like a mini tracking system that I do every week with like the usual things that I want to track. So when I noticed that this was all the way down, I realized my brain cannot, I could potentially just ignore the time there and just do it, but that's not how my brain works. So I had to go back to the beginning, and I decided that these pages that I wasn't really using, I was really using them as birthday tracking, which is not really that necessary. In here, I could do it in the monthly, which I used to do. I just use that as that in the common planner because I didn't have a use for these pages. So as I noticed, I usually use the Coffee Monsters Co. So I was thinking it would be helpful for everyone if I try to see if they fit. I have the B6 complete planner. I probably won't track my reading in here. Usually I track my reading in the weeks, but also which book I'm reading. I don't know what's happening to me lately, but I'm reading like 3 books at once. I think it's because I'm also reading some psychology books. Okay, so let's see. I thought, yeah, that's what I thought. It's gonna take about 2 squares of the B6 complete planner if you use those mini tiny icons for the Coffee Monsters Go. Now, I don't track a lot of things, obviously. I like to track my workouts because it reminds me to do it. I usually track my steps. Same reason. If I have to write it down, then it just is like a reminder. Although, now that it's in a monthly, there is a world where I just put a sticker daily when I accomplished the task. That's another thing that I was thinking I could do. But I like the idea of using this page. So it's clearly, if you want to, I don't know if you can see, but I was able to put 3, but really to center them, I think I prefer to kind of center them this way, like 2 squares for a sticker. Now for me that works well too, because for the steps, I like to put how many miles I've done. And yes, it is already in my workout tracker, but the workout tracker, I look more in a colorful way. I know that's going to sound weird. I'll show you why. It's kind of the thing that I look and I can see all the colors, and it kind of also gives me an idea. Like July and August, I did not do enough weight training. This month, I'm really trying to get back onto it. So this is that. But it's very rare that I sit down and I look at like the month, except like when I went to Greece, you can see there's like 7 miles, 5 miles, 5 miles. That's what I would like to do. So these I think are going to be the 3. Usually I track my vitamins, but honestly, that I'm going to put in a daily because that is a reminder for me to do it. Now, another thing that you might have seen when I opened this planner, because I did try to start setting it up a little bit, very lightly. I always put a bunch of stickers there. For now, I just put these 2. They're from Sticky Club. This one has glitter, although you really can't see it. I love these. I love Sticky Club. Like, if you haven't checked them out, I used to have their subscription package. That to me doesn't work, But I love going there and buying a bunch of sticker sheets, and they have really interesting stickers. Sometimes I get, like, I got this one, which is so cool. I love it so much that I had to buy a second one because I couldn't get myself to use it, right? So, okay. So if you saw, there's like a few drawings here. I'm going to show you what the inspiration is that made me start this. At the end of whenever I'm done with these pages, basically, I want the whole 2 page to be filled, and perhaps even this page. Maybe I'll even go into that and play with the fact that it goes underneath. Part of the reason was I was thinking about the movement and how disappointed I was on not having these pages at the beginning, which made me realize, why did I never think of that with these? Which, it's because it says hobo everywhere. So it's not really a blank page. The blank page for me has been like, ooh, I need to do something with it. Now I'm going to show you what inspired me to think I'm going to doodle. I will preface this before I show you this to say that my 16-year-old is an incredible artist. This is just his doodle that he does during his painting class while he's waiting. So there's stuff like that, but there's all kinds of like colorful things and medium, and I loved it. He brought this home. He said, oh, I think I'm going to finish it here, and I want him to, and I want to frame it. If you like sketchbooks as much as I do, I love looking at people's sketchbooks and everything. You understand like the beauty of this. I'm definitely going to have him and my daughter do a doodle in here whenever they feel like it and however they want and how big. But the idea is to fill all the spaces with the doodle. I started with a picture of my cat from the window with the curtain over him. I did these, like, I just looked on Pinterest. You have so many ways to do this. You could look on Pinterest and like look at like doodles. That's why I wrote, I think I wrote doodles, but you can do your pictures. It's a picture of my daughter when I went to the beach, picture of my cat, or you can even do Zen art. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. That is very, very peaceful. I sometimes do it mostly in like my book that I was using as a everyday book. This one of these, I can't remember, but when I was using this Lushroom for my everyday to-do, let me see if I can find one. I don't think I will. I don't want to make you guys wait, but basically sometimes I would have this on my desk and just like kind of like do lines, like you just, I'll show you. I'll show you because otherwise it sounds weird. I'm just going to take this. Okay, like you can do this kind of thing and it starts looking like a quilt. That's something that I do a lot when I am, I don't want to be saying stressed out, but sometimes mindfully drawing just patterns is amazing and it ends up looking really cool. There are so much better examples out there. But see, like you can do a whole page of this, and then you could do a whole page of this and even like put a sticker and this becomes the background. There are so many ways to decorate this, but if you're somebody like me that really needs to have, I really need my planners to have like stickers and art, and when I have time, drawings, then you'll understand. Like I think if I showed you my old, oh, this is not the one where I was using it the most. Like these used to be my Hobonichi weeks, right? I had some trackers, I did some doodles, and those were very, very fast. Like this is just with a marker, and I miss doing that. I don't know that I have that kind of time right now, but I'm still hoping that I do a little more illustrations here, even on the dailies. The dailies will have everything, like I'll have a to do for my day on the dailies, and that is really important for me to do. The weeklies might have some to dos, but those might be more personal. I think the dailies will have a coded way to let me know what I need to accomplish that day for work, as well as for school because I'm going back for my master's online, and so I'm going to be extremely busy. So I like the idea of being very organized, and I want this to also be a journal, and I also want to make an effort to doodle. I don't know if it's your first year with Tomo River paper or Sterling ink, or if you've been with the Hobonichi, you know that the difference between the book when it arrives and after you've used it is going to be really big. Like those pages are really thin, and as soon as you do even like watercolors, because like my illustrated Hobonichi is watercolor and it's not even all colored. Look at all I need to color in between. But because of that, it like warps and it gets thicker. So part of me loves using stickers in my planners. As you've seen, like I have a lot of stickers. Most of them again are Sticky Club or the Coffee Monsters Co. These are very old. I can't remember. I think it's like AliExpress old one. I used to use AliExpress, but most of the time, all the stickers you'll see are going to be from this. This is La Dolce Vita, and it's actually a washi tape that is fantastic because it lasts forever. I haven't bought washi tape in so long. Once in a while, I see a washi tape and I want to get it, and then I never find it. So see, this is like the best washi tape because there are like little stickers in there, and because they're stamps, you can put them everywhere. I love La Dolce Vita. It's she's amazing artist. But yeah, so you see, imagine this in a bigger, I think in a bigger format like this, it's fine. But if I start doing the daily and have stickers and everything, I think it's going to get a little thick. Now, some people love the thick notebooks, and I am not against it, but I just want to be a little bit more conservative in trying to not have such a thick notebook because I'd like to make sure that I stay in this for the whole year. Because I know for me, when I was doing the Hobonichi cousin, I always give up in July. And I think part of it was that it felt full done. I was happy with how it looked. So if you don't know what to do with these, that is one of the options. You could do Zen art. You could also put stickers everywhere. That's what I usually do. This envelope came with the complete planner. I don't know if I showed it in the unboxing. I may put this here as a little pocket, just, to keep it. This will have more stickers. This may have drawings or stickers. I probably won't do watercolors on this paper because I want it to stay nice and sturdy. I used some markers on here and that were great. It was really scary. This was my first one. Then I did this, then I did this, and I did this. But the whole point is to trust the process and then to realize that it's going to look great once it's all filled up, and it's going to be significant to you because of maybe the day you spend doing it or every time you sit down and you do a drawing. And it could be drawings that are significant to you or not. I just watched a Coffee Monsters Co's video like this morning, and I saw she did in her Hobonichi Day Free. She did a bulletin. I think it's for her job with like her job highlights with stickers. So these pages, what I'm saying is you can really use them. Originally, I was just going to put some paper, pretty paper, or you can even do, if you into the Coffee Monsters Co, the B6 kind of fits the cards that she sends with the stickers. And if you're like me, I have a bunch of those. So you could also just do this. There's a bunch of them. I have so many other cards, and those are great. You have made it this far, and like she has some cute, inspirational, cute stuff inside. These are really cute. So that's another thing you could do. These come with every stickers you buy because she has a point system where you do this and then you get some freebies. So yeah, there are very many ways to take care of this to make it your own. I'm still thinking about what to do with this. That's still like am I going to keep it? And I will keep posting these videos. I'm going to call this one part one of the setup. But yeah, it's gonna take a little bit for me to do it because I want to do my goal page and then my goals here. Last year was my first year having a sterling ink, and I felt really, really overwhelmed by this. And so this is like, you know, what I've been doing in my Hobonichi every year. I do even one in my 5 year, and the pages in the back. I do this, and then in the bottom, I write notes at the end of the year, see what I've accomplished or not. Um, like there are some stuff that I still am trying to accomplish, but like the Greek summer vacation, I've had this in my goals for, I don't even know, so many years. So this is really cool that I've done it finally. And I like that I put some stickers that were like, enough that I understood what I was talking about, and then try to find breakdowns of um, when things are going to happen and what you're going to do to make it a reality. So I'm really looking forward to doing this, but again, too early. We got to be patient. However, this I'm excited about. I'm going to try this, and if I want to track more, I will have to draw. I did see a video where this girl was drawing really tiny, really, really, really tiny icons in each box. So you can potentially be tracking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items per month this way. You can also just write what it is. You could just write weight training, steps, all the stuff. So there are many ways to go around tracking within these pages. And then this little box here, you can just put notes, either like an add a girl, you did great, you look at how many steps you took, or work on this. This is really you could be using this whole planner. That is really my goal. And we'll talk about what to do with this page. I think, yeah, I have a few ideas, but I haven't completely decided yet on how I'm gonna accomplish that. Like I talked about in the weeks that are doubled, like this one, like this, I'll probably either cover it with a quote, stickers. It could be what I'm hoping for. Think bullet journal front page kind of thing. You can think that way, even though it's not, because then you have the 2 days. And then you have that extra page. Same thing, you can either expand on the 31st, which is New Year's Eve. So that would be an easy one. You can put pictures of your New Year's Eve party or something like that. There are certain ways to add the extra pages because there are quite a few. And if you're like me, like this, I got the one with the least amount of pages. Then I ended up using it as a bullet journal in the back. Then I journaled in it. And then I was like, okay, let's do an extra book for the to-dos. Right now, I've decided, because I'm trying to practice with this and because I think I have enough pages, I have from here to here. I think I'll be able to, no, I'm sorry, here to here. I think I'll be able to finish the year in this with just putting my to-dos daily, and then every morning just going back and doing this as I want to do in my daily pages here. So that's that. And I haven't decided the to-dos. Are they going to be here? Are they going to be here? I kind of feel like I want to put them down on a corner because I just want this to be also a journaling page. So the to-dos that's great. You have to do it. It's part of life, blah, blah. But I kind of want it to be more of a journal too. So we'll see. We'll see how it works. There's also a world where I could just put a post-it with things if I want to write through the whole page. Again, many options. I don't know how you guys are doing, if you're spending as much time as I am trying to figure out what to do next year. I mean, it's a little bit bonkers, but yeah, I am loving the idea of starting this, and I am waiting with a lot of anticipation for at least December to be able to kind of set it up completely. If you're still here, thanks for watching and have a good one. Bye bye.